So just this is a dish best served cold. Otherwise, it's just water. Get it? Just ice. Just is. They do get worse.
Perfect.
So in my last video, I did a cheeky triple unboxing to my next few sneakers that I am doing a review to, and I've got triple the amount of colorways now to this shoe. It is the Nike Air Max 90 Drift. We've got a 1, a 2, I should have thought this through, 1 second, and a 3 colorways to review. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, so I may have a favorite, but we'll wait until the end to see which one it is. Spoiler alert, it's the triple black, but yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. First and foremost, I will leave some purchase links down below for all of these colorways where I can, of course. So if you're after any of these, yeah, that's the place to go. So we did have the Nike Air Max Plus Drift a few months ago now, actually. And yeah, that was sort of a mixed reaction from the sneaker community. A lot of people loved them, mostly the people that got them on sale. Let's be real now. And a few people definitely missed that shoe, like they didn't go anywhere near it. A part of me can see why. What Nike does tend to do, they take a classic, like the TN for example. They try to give us something new without actually giving us something new. And the TN just didn't do it for a lot of people. All of the rubber panels, the fact that that sneaker weighed about 100 kg on foot, and some of the colorways, I'm not gonna lie, weren't the prettiest to look at. But regardless of how you felt, it was something new, a little bit of a twist to the Air Max Plus. And now we have the Air Max 90 Drift, and I've got to say straight away, these are a lot better. Now before we talk about reasons why I prefer these over the TN Drifts and why I actually think this is one of the best 90s that we've had in a while, I guess let's get the box out of the way first. Now the first colorway, the one we actually unboxed in the triple unboxing video, and the product sticker does say to that pair. Of course, Air Max 90 Drift, and the official colorway is light Allwood brown and khaki black. Now the next colorway, which is definitely the loudest and the one that's divided most people, is the action green and black colorway, aka Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Now it's not officially called that, it's more me nicknaming it because I mean look at the shoe. If you're not getting TMNT vibes, then yeah, I don't know what you're looking at. Now the final and third colorway, it is the triple black. Now come to think of it, I don't think I've ever done 3 colorways in one review to one shoe. So yeah, I guess there's a first time for everything. Now, when it comes to sizing though, this applies to all 3 colorways. And yes, a brand new shoe, you're definitely going to be thinking, how do they fit? Long story short, they're true to size. So whatever sizing you normally go with, the Air Max 90, the 95, even the Air Max 1 in most cases. Honestly, just stick to that and you'll be fine. Although if you are a wide footer, then yeah, maybe half a size up is your best bet. But other than that, true to size, broskies. Now we are going to sort of skim through the materials on the shoes itself just because they're literally like the same in most cases on all 3 colorways. It's just the paneling. The paneling is what I really like. So yeah, let's have a look. Now I've already mentioned it, and all 3 colorways are giving me a sort of Gore-Tex vibe, a Futura vibe, and even a Terrascape vibe. I guess if you blended all 3 types of Air Max 90s into one, you'd get this. But yeah, definitely a sort of winterized version to the Air Max 90. This is exactly what you want for those cold months. Now looking at the brown pair first though, yes, a lot of rubber panels on this, just like the TN Drifts, but it's definitely executed way better. The Nike swoosh, which is blended into that mudguard, which are both in rubber, and they've even used rubber on this Air Max badge that we normally get on a 90. Now the toe box box though is where they've switched it up in a good way, in my opinion. We've got this very robust ripstop material, which I'm definitely here for. It looks very cool. It has that sort of camouflage vibe to it. It's a very thin material, but at the same time, it's defo gonna hold up in the winter. Now the eyelets here, rather than your standard TPU on an Air Max 90, they've used rubber here too. Now with all three colorways, they've changed up the laces here to sort of use a thinner type lace. Now I actually like these. They're a lot more easier to style and they look a lot more sportier too. But in this case, they do come in black. Now the tongue is a bit of a madness here, but there's that lace stain that goes all the way up the middle of it. And there's that sort of beige hit to it as well, which is kind of like a sleeve actually. And it has that Nike Air Max branding in black there. Now, one of the best touches about all of these sneakers is the 3M detailing to the pull tabs. Now it's kind of got that ripstop sort of look to it, and it's even holographic as well. So that's kind of cool. But I do hope the camera does pick it up. It basically says Air Max. Now I've got the black insole and the sock liner here, which is pretty well padded, but the heel counter though, we've got that 3M pulley here and that Nike Air does return. Now, although they have switched it up, it's a little bit more sort of pixelated, if you will, but it's still pretty much an Air Max 90 in my eyes. And one thing I'm glad they haven't really changed, or from what I can tell, is the midsole. A very classic design to the 90. That hit of brown though, around the air unit, to me, it just works. And it's the same with the outsole, a classic waffle design to the Air Max 90, coming in black. Now next is the action green colorway, aka Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'll stop calling it that, but that's the one thing I keep thinking of when I look at this shoe. And I know it's very loud, and this shoe isn't going to be for everyone, but I actually do like it. Now the same amount of rubber panels on this sneaker, just in a different colorway. That black Nike swoosh with that white mudguard, which I'm not gonna lie, it looks like it's gonna get very dirty quickly. Those little ridges in white will definitely be picking up dirt quicker than the other colorways. Now the toe box is a lot louder. It kind of has that sort of camouflage vibe, just like the khaki one, even though technically it's not. But we've got that red strip going down the middle, just like on the tongue, which yeah, is another nice touch. Now the white laces do actually work with this colorway. I mean, if they went for black, they would have played it too safe in my opinion. But yeah, that loud green tongue with that Nike Air in black here. More 3M on that pull tab on top of the tongue. Now the sock liner does feel a little bit more shinier and a little bit more softer. I don't know what it is. But moving on to the heel counter, another 3M panel towards that pull tab. And again, that Air Max 90 badge, but just in black and white. Now the midsole, again, is that classic 90, but it's not actually white. It's kind of like a gray color. But what I do like is that green in the air unit surrounded by that black. That's a nice touch. But yeah, just like the other two colorways, a blacked out outsole. Now my favorite out of the three, the triple black. This looks like an absolute beast. Defo gonna be a very popular sneaker for the winter this year. Now obviously it's not as exciting as the khaki pair and nowhere near as exciting as the action green, but if you are looking for a back to school shoe or even a stealthy work shoe, then yeah, this definitely ticks that box. A lot of rubber here again. The only sort of downside to this colorway is because it's all black, you can see the glue stains way more on this shoe. But I guess for the trade-off, you can sort of learn to live with it. But yeah, that's just something I've noticed. Now, the only couple differences from this pair to the other colorways is actually the toe box, for example. Yes, we've got that same ripstop material, but there's no sort of pattern to it or sort of see-through vibe either. So I guess they could hold up a little bit better compared to the other two, but I mean, that's just a guess. Now, not only have we got 3M on the pull tabs towards the back on the heel counter, we've also got it going up the tongue as well. Now, I know it's meant to be a triple black sort of Air Max 90, but I mean, yeah, for me, it still works. But yeah, it's all blacked out here to that 90 badge on that heel counter. And it's the same with the midsole, even the air unit, and yeah, the outsole as well, all black. So I've just shown you 3 colorways to the Air Max 90 Drift, although there is sort of one more I haven't mentioned yet, just because it's not out yet at the time of recording this video. I think it's called Hyper Grape or Grape, and that's a very cool colorway. It's a shame they didn't release that at launch, but yeah, definitely more of a summer vibe though. So we've spoken about the sizing, what they look like, the materials, and how they actually look on feet as well. I think it's about time that we decide together whether these are a buy or a buy. Now, if you asked me last year or the year before, I would have said the Air Max 90 is my favorite Air Max ever, and it might just be still, but the Air Max 95 has slowly crept up, in my opinion, the most worn Air Max in my collection at the moment anyway. But the Air Max 90 infrared is my favorite sneaker ever made, hands down. Now, what would have been cool is releasing this sneaker at launch with an infrared colorway. Imagine the scenes. Just like the Gore-Tex pair we had recently, a lot of people would have copped. But the jury's still out on this sneaker, and a lot of people may be waiting for different colorways and maybe for a sale or two. But I think these colorways haven't wowed anyone. And yeah, I kind of put myself in there too. Apart from the black pair, of course, but that's more of a practical sort of thinking, especially for winter. And even wearing these to work, it just makes sense. Now, if I am comparing this shoe to a standard Air Max 90, they are way more comfier. I don't know what it is. Maybe the change up in materials, but it does look like there is a bit more padding around the ankle. And the midsole does kind of feel beefed up too. But maybe that's just me though. I haven't bought a new Air Max 90 since the Gore-Tex infrareds. But those are defo the two things I have noticed. Obviously, the change up in materials make these a lot more weatherproofing, not waterproof by any means, but a lot better in terms of handling cold or wet weather. But if I do compare it to the Air Max Plus Drift, these are executed so much more better. The TN Drift sort of changed a bit too much, and I think this one has a bit more better balance. They've added what they needed to, but also kept it an Air Max 90. And yeah, that's why I can recommend these over the TN Drifts any day. And as an Air Max 90, it just works. Like I said earlier, it's more like if you put the Gore-Tex with a Terrascape and a Futura, this is what you'd get. I'm excited to see what colorways come out to the Air Max 90 Drifts. Hopefully an infrared colorway, hopefully. One can dream. And it's about time the Air Max 90 got some love. It's sort of been neglected over the past couple of years. So if you haven't guessed already, these are indeed an absolute buy. But broskies, comment down below, what's your favorite colorway out of these lots, and are you feeling the Air Max 90 Drift? Leave it all down below and I will read out the best comments in my next video. Now, the comment of the day in my last video, which was the triple unboxing to the 90 Drifts, the Jordan 4 RMs and the Adidas Sambas. I can't even say that out loud without feeling weird, you know, Adidas Samba. Ugh. Now, it's from the broski CT3-7BN. Thank you for the comment, bro. But he does go on to say, Nike needs to release an infrared Air Max 90 Drift. The 4 colorways presently out are just okay. Well, those Sambas have 75 years of history behind them and are good quality sneakers. Bro, thank you for the comment. Totally agree with you on the infrared Air Max 90 Drifts. Let's hope, let's hope. As for the Sambas, I do get it. I get that it's a classic shoe. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think it's for me. But yeah, let's wait for the video to find out. I'm trying to spend as many days as I can with them to see if it's changed my mind. But yeah, thanks for the comment, broski. Let me know what you think about the Air Max 90 Drifts. Are they a hit? Are they a miss? A buy or buy? It's an interesting one. It is. Just like the TN Drifts, a lot of people are sort of on the fence, you know? Maybe it's just the right colorway or even the right price. I think they retail for 135 quid, which ain't too bad, but I mean, if you can get these on sale for like 100 or so, chicken dinner, my friend. Anyways, broskies, don't forget to do all that good stuff, like, comment, share, and yeah, until the next episode, take care. Need some water, bruh. Damn.